Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com, written his name down, Aussie backed for return after more President's Cup heartbreak. As Adam Scott assessed another defeat in the President's Cup he is desperate to win, the Australian was asked in Montreal whether he believed he would get another chance in the prestigious team's event. The big Queenslander had fallen 2-1 to Collin Morikawa in the third-last singles match in Canada on Sunday, but the International's President's Cup dream was already in tatters by then. Over 4 days in Quebec, the 44-year-old contributed 2 of the 11.5 points the Internationals won during their 7-point loss to the dominant American combination led by the year's shining stars Scottie Scheffler and Xander Schauffele. Watch every round of the PGA Tour Live and Exclusive on Fox Sports, available on Kayo. New to Kayo? Start your free trial today. When pressed about his prospects of playing in a 12th President's Cup in Chicago in 2 years' time, Scott responded, "Sure." But while the Australian remains among the fittest players on the tour, and is in sound form, he is mindful the clock is ticking on his capacity to continue to compete against the best golfers in the world, let alone secure another spot in the 12-man squad. "I have a lot of fun with these guys. I told them at the start of the week it's them, motivating me and inspiring me to make this team," he said. "The standard of golf is so high, and it's harder for me to keep up, but it's them who I look to see what the standard is that I need to compete and be on this team. Hopefully I can keep it up for another couple years." It was left to his teammates to assure Scott, who shapes as a certain captaincy candidate whenever his playing career is complete, that he is very much a part of future plans. Siwoo Kim, who fell by 1 hole to recent PGA Tour winner Keegan Bradley in the singles on Sunday, declared the Queenslander native was in already for Chicago and that he had written his name down with his leadership at the Royal Montreal Golf Club. Tom Kim, who tied with Sam Burns in an early encounter on a day where the Internationals needed to dominate from the opening singles to clinch a win, was even more generous. Should Scott's form and fitness hold, and to reiterate, he is clearly giving himself every chance based on his current physical condition and appetite for success, that is a chance. It would ensure he had the opportunity to seek redemption in a third President's Cup in Victoria at Kingston Heath in 2028 after the tight tussles at Royal Melbourne in 2011 and 2019. And a third? Why not? By the time the 18th edition of the President's Cup is held at the Bellerive Country Club in St. Louis in 2030, Scott will be 50, and while much can change as a golfer nears the age where they can compete on the senior tour, he is a rare athlete. "I think I can play for another couple years. I've come this far. If I can play in a couple more years and contribute a point, then I'd love to be on a winning President's Cup team," Scott said.